Okay, here's example 2 with unions of intervals. So we did example 1 in the previous video, and we talked a little bit again about this notation here with the union. So remember, a union of two sets is just everything in the first set or the second set or both. Okay, so A union B is all x such that x is an element of A or x is an element of B or both. Okay, the both is implied. So now we're going to do this with intervals, example 2 here. So A equals the interval from 1 to 4, B is the interval from 4 to 7, like this. Okay. So again, what we want to do, just like in example 1, let's put these on a number line. So if we put these guys on a number line, so let's draw this here, and again line them up. So this will be 1 to 4, this will be 4 to 7. So let's maybe put our 0 pretty far to the left because nothing is negative here. Okay, so nothing's negative. So let's put 1 over here, and we'll put 4 over here. This guy has 4 and 7, so 4 in the exact same spot here, and then 7 over here. Okay, now do we have closed circles, open circles? What do we have here? So that's a funky looking 7. Let's change that. So open circles, closed circles, what's going on? So round parentheses corresponds to strict inequality, which means open circle, right? So remember 1 comma 4 like that. With the round parentheses, that means 1 less than x less than 4. Okay, so that corresponds to open circles. So let's use a different color there. So open circles there. Okay, now 4 to 7, this is 4 strictly less than x, okay, strict inequality here, and then less than or equal to 7 here, okay. So remember, square bracket means or equal to, okay, so we have square bracket or equal to there. Rounded parentheses, strict inequality. So strict inequality means open circle, and or equal to means closed circle, so closed circle on that 7. Okay, then we have everything in between. Okay. So now if we want to do a union, remember how we do unions, we take the thing farthest to the left, which would be this guy here, farthest to the right, this guy over here, drop it down into a new number line for the union. Okay, so if we drop down, what's farthest to the left? It's 1. What's farthest to the right? It's 7. What's going on in between? Okay, well, what we do is we just go from left to right. So what do we have on 1? We have an open circle. Okay, so we have an open circle on 1, and then we keep going all the way up until we get to 4. Then when we hit 4, we have another open circle. Okay, now that's this interval stops there. Okay, so we're done with that interval. Now we do the other interval. Okay, what do we have on the other interval? Open circle on 4. Okay, then we go all the way up to 7, where we have a closed circle. Okay. So how do we express that? Well, actually, what's crazy about this example is we have to express this as a union of intervals here, okay? So our answer actually has to be this. Okay, so A union B is 1, 4, like that, union 4, 7, like that. And that's it. It cannot be simplified anymore. Why can we not simplify it anymore? Because this open circle in the middle is kind of ruining it for us, okay? These intervals, they're disjoint intervals. They have no overlap. Okay, they have nothing in common. Okay, notice they both have a 4 when we describe them, but it's open parentheses here, open parentheses here. So actually x is strictly less than 4. 4 is strictly less than x in this interval. So there's absolutely no overlap between these intervals. Okay, so we cannot simplify the union. So we actually have to leave the answer like this. And that's okay, sometimes that happens for unions. That's totally fine for unions, okay? If you want to take a union of intervals, sometimes you just might not be able to simplify the answer and you'll end up with something like this. Okay, so in example 1, it was a little bit nicer. We had some overlap and we could simplify. But here, in example 2, we have to leave it like this. Okay, so I just want to point out that sometimes this can happen when you do unions, and it's okay to leave the answer like this because that's what the answer is. That's all it can be. Okay? So that's example 2 with unions of intervals. And here's our answer again. Okay, so again, everything from 1 to 4, excluding 1, excluding 4, okay, so like this, and then union with this interval here. So it's really just the interval A we had, union with the interval B that we had. Okay, so nothing can be simplified, nothing really can be done there. We just have to express the answer like that. Okay, so sometimes that'll happen, and that's example 2.